Kick it! Well, hello there, Internet. It's me, your good buddy, Uncle Ben.
Me, Hollywood Steve.
And we're here to tell you guys about the top 3 horror flicks that are streaming right now, March 2019, on the Netflix that you should be watching.
Get your peepers on them.
Steve, I'd like to kick this list off with one of the all-time greatest horror flicks of all time that's ever been made of all time. I'm talking about a Poltergeist, directed, some say by Tobe Hooper, but most say by Steven Spielberg.
Yep, it happened in a weird time. There was a strike in Hollywood. Steven Spielberg couldn't technically direct it. Tobe Hooper didn't have much control on set, and Steven Spielberg pretty much directed the movie. But the end product is great.
He makes good movies.
That's true. The man knows what he's doing when he's making a movie.
Poltergeist is one of those ones that was like super hyped up for me before I saw it for the first time, which is actually only maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh yeah.
It was one that I'd seen like the VHS box of and the standees and stuff like that in the video sort of my whole childhood. But I'd never seen it, so I went into it with like the utmost amount of hype for it, and it actually delivered. It's an awesome movie. It smartly does something that most horror movies don't do, which is have a family of characters that you actually give a damn about.
That's true. It's not like just some annoying kid and a mom who's fed up and a dad who's checked out.
I'm a drunk!
No, they're a family that like each other.
Yeah.
And they have good, normal family time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I saw this as a kid. The appropriate response for me was absolute terror of trees.
Yeah, see, this is one of those ones that I'm so glad that I didn't see when I was a kid, because I think paired with my extremely overactive imagination, I think it seriously would have been like a childhood ruiner, because also in my childhood home, my bedroom's on the 2nd story, and right outside the window was this huge gnarled tree that had been like struck by lightning a few times.
Yeah, still kicking though.
Yeah, and it seriously looked like
a horror movie setup right there.
In Poltergeist, it looked exactly like it. So I think if I would have seen this movie when I was a kid, it actually would have like ruined my life.
There were a lot more like horror movie tree things going on in the 80s. People were more afraid of trees back then, and then we got, Fern Gully and Captain Planet, where suddenly we like trees.
And nowadays
we forgot they could kill us.
The last time they tried to do a scary tree movie, it was The Happening.
Oh, it's the trees.
That did not turn out good.
Didn't turn out well.
Did not turn out well. We've also got some extremely memorable characters here. Zelda Rubinstein.
Oh, man.
This house
welcome
is clean. Go towards the light.
Go towards the light,
Carol Ann. Is the star. Her accent is the star of the entire movie.
Yeah, it really is.
Got some amazing practical effects. The gate demon thing.
Right.
Phenomenal.
The mirror scene with the shaving. That's awesome.
Yeah. Got rips his face off.
Yeah.
Very metal. You get to see some meat move across the countertop.
Yeah, that's real cool.
It is. Really great stuff though. Awesome soundtrack, great performances, and again, you just really can't help but care about this family.
Yeah.
They seem very believable and very real, so whenever all this terrible stuff starts happening to them, you just feel bad for them.
Chairs stacking.
Oh, I hate that.
All the cabinets opening.
Yeah. Oh,
I used to have a roommate who, seriously, when he would go into a kitchen, he would open every cabinet and then walk out of the kitchen.
That's apparently what I do.
Huh.
All the time.
Wow.
It's like living in the Sixth Sense.
Oh, okay.
Apparently
look what you made me do!
That's what I do every time.
Yeah.
At least I'm not like shooting heroin into my eyeballs or anything like that.
That's true. Hey,
It works.
It's true. Yep. Good point.
All right, now Hollywood Steve, I need some help. I'm at a real crossroads here.
Okay.
I don't know what to watch.
I don't want you to be lonely.
I like anthologies.
Yeah.
And I like women.
Whoa.
What do you got for me?
I can think of one anthology for you, my man.
Tell me about it.
XX. XX is an anthology directed by women. It's insane.
Sounds perfect for what I want. It's a good one.
Yeah.
And I have seen this before. We covered it on episode 49 of our award-deserving podcast.
Go check it out.
Rate and review on iTunes. I don't know. Who was that?
Just somebody.
Rate and review on iTunes.
What? People are obsessed with this podcast.
I guess you should listen to it. Rate and review on iTunes. Episode 49, we talk about it, give it a good old deep dive. I love anthology flicks.
Yeah, me too. Anthology is perfect for horror.
Yeah.
It really is.
There's a lot of horror stories that get drug out when they really just could have been told in about 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes, 20 minutes can be perfect. I think on this we get some really great stories like The Box,
I like
which
that
is
one a lot.
sort of the first one. It's not the framing narrative, which is awesome.
Really
it looks
cool.
great. Yeah.
Stop motion. It looks like a Tool video.
It looks like a Tool video, yeah.
Yeah, really
but,
cool.
The Box is based on a short story by Jack Ketchum, and it couldn't be a full movie.
Right.
There's no way you could drag it out for an hour and a half to 2 hours.
I wouldn't
but
want to see
at
a full
20 minutes is perfect.
It's great. It's got some really awesome special effects, gore and stuff
Yes.
in there.
Oh.
A pretty ambiguous storyline that I think you can kind of look at a number of different ways.
Yeah. And we dive
Really
deep
cool.
in that in our podcast episode. Go check that out.
Rated free on iTunes.
Uh-huh.
I think my favorite segment of the entire thing is the birthday, which is directed by Annie Clark, aka
St. Vincent.
the St. Vincent, a guitar slinging woman.
She'll
after
slang
my own
guitars.
heart.
She'll make horror shorts.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
It is really, really cool and kind of like morbidly fun. I would say
Yeah.
it's like a really, really, really dark comedy kind of thing that deals with a pretty peculiar scenario. Some great visuals. It looks like an awesome music video.
Yeah, it really does have a music video look to it. And extremely well acted by Melanie Linsky, who is the source of almost all the entertainment and action in the entire short. It is, I think it's funny. I think it's supposed to be funny, but it comes out, I think, very dark in the end, for sure. But still really funny. Then there's one in there that I think is really interesting. It's directed by Karen Kusama, who directed Jennifer's Body. It's called Her Only Living Son.
I thought that one was really cool too. It kind of gave me shades of like, we need to talk about Kevin.
Right.
It's The Omen.
Yeah, Rosemary's Baby or The Omen. And that we need to talk about Kevin element is real interesting.
Very much.
There's a lot going on in it, but
Great
it really
visuals.
is some real great visuals.
Yeah.
It really is just a story, though, about a mother trying to understand her son, who happens to have a demonic father.
Don't we all?
Yeah, it's weird. Ben, I don't think you've seen enough horror movies.
Doggone it, maybe I need a recommendation for something I ain't never seen.
How about a movie by Mike Flanagan called Hush?
Bring it on. Tell me what it's about.
Well, it's about a woman who's deaf. And it's a home invasion.
Ooh.
Plot.
These are both scary scenarios.
Yes. It really plays out in some ways similar to The Strangers, because the person invading the home seems to like to torture.
Okay. Does it kind of give you vibes of like Dial M for Murder? Have you ever seen that? It's an older movie.
Hitchcock.
Yeah. It's about a blind lady who has a home invasion.
Yes. Okay, yes,
Very
it does. It'll also remind you of Don't Breathe, which is made by the guy who made the Evil Dead remake.
Oh, okay.
Good stuff.
I'm on board for that. That sounds worth checking out.
I think what's real interesting about it is how her being deaf can't go away. So when she does figure out that someone's trying to get into the house, now she just knows that she's not hearing it. So there's still more. There's like more dread and more terror to it. It's a real fun, I think, claustrophobic piece.
Yeah.
Because she's sort of stuck in this cabin out in the middle of the woods.
That sounds definitely worth watching. There's like, okay, I'll put it this way. This isn't the only like sensory deprivation horror movie that's ever been done, obviously.
No, obviously.
But what's so odd is that should be easy to make super good and super scary, but there's so many failures at it.
So
like,
many.
Bird Box isn't that good. A Quiet Place
not great.
Isn't that good. It should be really easy to eliminate one of your primary senses and make something very gripping and very scary, but it so rarely goes right. So it sounds like Hush kind of got it.
Hush does that great. And directed by Mike Flanagan, who's the director of Ouija 2 Origins of Evil, which is a good one.
That actually looks pretty good.
It is good. He also directed every episode of The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh yeah, that's
also
right.
wrote,
That guy. Yeah.
And it also
He's doing Dr. Sleep soon.
It also stars his wife, who plays the empath
she's great.
in Haunting of Hill House. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, it definitely sounds like that would be worth a watch. I'll put that on my must-watch list. So there you go, kids. 3 horror movies on the Netflix that you dang well better be watching this month. Be sure to let us know in the comments below what other movies are streaming right now on Netflix that you think we are to watch. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for new stuff coming at you every single doggone week. Ring the bell for notifications. Otherwise, you won't know when some new hotness is dropped.
Check us out on the American Online. We have a Twitter. Yeah. And an Instagram at Dead Lovely Pod. You can also email us at deadandlovelypod@gmail.com. And on Facebook, we have a group, Dead and Lovely Horror Movie, something, blah, blah, blah. You'll figure it out.
Just work a little bit.
We're also on Discord.
Discord.
Yeah.
Discord.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for new stuff coming at you all the time. I'm wearing an extremely warm sweater.